One of the things I really enjoy about walking into these mall outlets is, all of the light, all of the flashy advertisement, these signs and everything. But when I walk through these stores, it's not very often that I just go in, I'm like, hey, I'm just going to look for a shirt. It's not as fun as it used to be when you started to look at the psychology of consumerism. My name is Ursula Johnson, and I'm an interdisciplinary artist based out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. With this work for the Winnipeg Art Gallery, I really wanted to focus on the idea of the conversations that have happened already, initiated by Indigenous female performance artists. Shelley Nero, Rebecca Belmore, Laurie Blondeau, and Cheryl Rondell, for instance. And I thought, well, what if we play with that idea of fashion photography with regards to consuming the female body? There has always been this, this notion of the exoticized Indigenous female body. When Disney came out with Pocahontas, she was this beautiful, glossy, young Indigenous woman. It's she can sing, she's beautiful, she speaks with the tree. So it was this notion of stereotype perpetuation. But if you looked at the actual structure of her body, in that animation, it was very, kind of this Barbie doll-like body where it was nobody really looks like that. I commissioned a local photographer in Halifax by the name of Steve Farmer, and I went shopping. And they would ask me, can I help you with something? I'd say, actually you can. I'm wondering if you have anything Indian in your store. Something appropriated from Native American culture, maybe something with beads, feathers, and fringes. And then I held a little fashion shoot. And then I took text that I had requested from those 4 Indigenous female performance artists. I asked them to write a response to kind of the topic of the commodified Indigenous female body. And so some of the quotes that they gave me were maybe memories they had from conversations with people, or some of them were their own words of trying to break down those notions of those stereotypes. So I was looking at the notion of that space between the text of these words of these Indigenous female artists and then my body. And so that was where the title Between My Body and Their Words came for this commission for the Winnipeg Art Gallery. Looking at those ideas of consuming this female body, especially at this time when we're experiencing a national crisis with regards to Indigenous women who are missing and murdered all across this country and other countries all over the world as well. There's not any real super engaging critical conversations. Nobody thinks about that because it's the Indigenous body who has been kind of pushed aside and brushed under the rug as, the role of the, well, you're supposed to be here and, not be seen or not be heard type of thing, unless we want to sexualize your body, then we'll put you at the forefront.